What's up? Look, y'all. Remember, y'all, subscribe. Show us some love, sure. Anyways, yeah, y'all. That's why I can't stand kids. That's why I gotta do my stuff more later on during the daytime because they gonna keep messing with me. Somebody had put out my thing on internet, so and I say he don't like anything that has to do with GAY, and he's not down with that. Why would you make a sitcom based off of naked men whom you would have to watch over and over if you're a producer and you want to make sure everything is right, everything how you want it to be? It's just a little weird to me. Look, we gonna go into his childhood life. I don't know if you guys knew that he was a foster child. He was a foster child, and his foster mother, he said she did a lot of stuff to him. What's up, y'all? I don't know if I'm going live or not. I'm so annoyed right now. What's up, y'all? I don't know if I'm. I had to make sure y'all can hear me. This shit is crazy, man. Every time I fucking look around, they keep fucking with the internet. Bro, like, this shit is so fucking annoying. Sorry, y'all, man. Let's get into this boy childhood.
Celebrity News Entertainment. Christian Keys says he became a professional runaway after his first foster mother made him walk down the street naked in the rain. By Rachel George, published on December 19, 2023. Comments 0. Actor and All the Queen's Men creator Christian Keys made a shocking revelation over the weekend when he accused a powerful black Hollywood billionaire of sexual harassment. In a nearly hour-long video on Instagram, Keys alleged that the unnamed individual attempted to climb into bed with him in a room while he was intoxicated at a party. He added that the man also offered him $100,000 to strip and another actress padded his equipment. Though he's never publicly spoken about these interactions in fear of being blackballed from the industry, his experience with trauma goes back further than his early acting years. Actor and All the Queen's Men show creator Christian Keys sits down for an exclusive interview. Photo courtesy of Atlanta Black Star. As a child who grew up in the foster care system, the now 48-year-old recalls suffering abuse at the hands of his very first foster mother, Mrs. Keys. When asked to describe his childhood of bouncing around different foster homes between Detroit, Pontiac, and Flint, Michigan, Keys told Atlanta Black Star it was interesting, to say the least. The accomplished playwright and screenwriter, who was adopted twice since the age of 3, said there wasn't much consistency being raised by court-appointed guardians. The only consistent thing in some of the foster homes were pencil and paper. So if you're in a less than wonderful environment, you know, I could create or I could write myself into a space that was better than what I was experiencing, so that helped, Keyes explained, noting that writing eventually became his refuge.
Right there, writing became his refuge. Why are you writing about gay men on a strip? I mean, I'm sorry. I need to stop saying that. I don't know why maybe that's probably because when people see men strippers, they think they're gay. So sorry about that. But why are you writing about NAKED men on a PO as a sitcom? Then you play the concierge. You try to make a reason to make it seem like, okay, now I gotta be a part of her organization with. You kind of really didn't have to do that. I believe you're a good man, though. I believe you're a good man, but I also believe that there are things you are hiding. I'm going to do your tarot reading. There are things you're hiding. You're not trying to tell somebody. Stuff happened to you when you're little. I just feel it. Something in my spirit. You're not trying to tell nobody. I don't know if it's TP, though. Because if it's TP, shit, he got a lot of money. Why would you hide that? Like, I don't know, y'all.
Hey.
Honey?
Hello, family. While you're shopping, please get me a new 5G phone.
You did all this to tell me you want a new phone? Better plan is to switch to Verizon.
They take this mess?
Very much so. Just trade in that old phone. Get a free 5G phone, tablet, and watch.
Really just should have done that.
Mom looks mad this plan has backfired.
Last chance to switch and trade in any Samsung phone in any condition for a Galaxy S23 Plus, Watch 6, and Tab S9 FE, all on us. That's up to $1,800 in value. Only on Verizon.
I can speak on the first adoption. Mrs. Keyes was incredibly abusive. I mean, bat, hammer, broomstick, saucepan, bottle. When the belt when it wasn't as effective as she wanted, when it didn't make us scream loud enough, she would hold the leather side and beat us with the belt buckle. It gets worse.
Sorry for stopping it, y'all. I want y'all to pay attention to something. I'm very good with paying attention to body language. Pay attention to his body language. I really want y'all to pay attention to that because that's a significant part of my video right now. I want y'all to pay attention to this. I'm not saying he's lying. I don't think he's lying because he's been saying the same stuff for a long time now. But something happened to him when he was little to where he probably have the tendencies of being GAY, but he always fought it. You know what I mean? It could be anything like that. But something happened where he's not telling us everything. He's not telling us everything. And as you can see, he's already the type of person who's not going to tell you everything.
But it was that kind of environment between 8 and 12. So by 9, I started running away. By 10, I was pretty good. By 11, I was a professional runaway. I could stay on the streets for a week or two at a time. I knew how to sleep behind the bleachers in the middle school, how to sneak in and you know, bum a bite of a friend's lunch in the cafeteria or go through the garbage and see what they didn't eat, hit the garbage at McDonald's to eat or steal from Farmer Jack's or Kmart. I got good at that too, unfortunately, but I had to eat. So, so that's what kind of, she adopted me when I was 6. And then, but the rough years, the beating started at 8, and I just kept running away, and finally they believed me. Child Protective Services, man, they dropped the ball probably a dozen times. Neighbors complained, you know, because she would have, as a punishment, she made me walk down the street naked in the rain at 9 years old to ask a neighbor for a magazine, a Watchtower and Awake. ask another Jehovah's Witness family. And like the things that this does to a kid, you know.
I have to stop it right there because I can't even lie, y'all. If I was that neighbor, whose house he was knocking at, trying to get a magazine or something, I would have took that little boy in the house. Had one of my kids give him a bath and put him on some clean clothes. I would have walked back over there by myself and I would have beat her ass. I am not playing with y'all. I would have beat the fuck out of her. Oh God, I would have. I got 5 kids. I don't play. You know, a lot of stuff happened to people when they were little. You know, I got a couple of memories too that happened to me when I was little. That's why I'm really overprotective of my children. I would have beat her ass. I would have whipped her ass. On God, I would have. On God.
You know what I mean? Like it took a couple decades to build my self-esteem back up and to heal from all of that. It was heavy and painful. But I was so happy to get out of there. They finally believed me. We're pressing charges and we're at the courthouse and she says, if you drop the charges, I will relinquish my adoption rights and you'll never have to see me again. And I said, shit, where do I sign? And he had been adopted with me. So we were split for like 10, 11 years. I didn't see him again till, I don't know, I was 22, 23. So, but cut back to the second adoption. You know, it was wonderful. The family taught me love, taught me how to be a man, taught me responsibility. I had an extensive chore list, which I didn't mind because I was with a family that wanted me there. So it was amazing. I was happy to cut the grass, and rake the leaves, take the trash out, wash the dishes. I was just happy to be wanted. Went off to college for social work because I figured, why not? I mean, I've been in group homes, detention centers, foster homes, dealt with child abuse and neglect, and I figured I could affect some change on the other side, so, why not? Didn't quite end up using it, because when I got out of college, they were paying social workers. Social workers and teachers are grossly underpaid. It's probably like 32, 35 a year or something, and my first job out of college, I was driving a truck at a moving company, and that was like 50, 60K a year. I was like, I'm staying over here and getting this bread.
Every family has one. You know the one who pushes the limits, who's always up for a challenge, who never backs down, but always has your back. Every family has one. Well, we have 3.
Yeah, I'm so tired of this damn computer. That's why I'll be letting these kids on my computer. They keep messing it up. That's why my computer keep messing up. But anyways, if y'all really recognize and notice everything he was saying, something happened to him when he was... Oh, y'all notice in All Queens Men, the concierge he just disappeared too. He disappeared. He was not in season 3. Y'all gotta remember that. That's a little weird right there. That's a little weird. What did I want y'all to see? It was something else I want y'all to see. We already watched that. Oh, this right here. Look. Listen to this. Wait, let me see if I played this already. I'm not gonna play it again. Hold on. Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up? Let me see if y'all can hear me. I'm so annoyed. Okay, so this right here, why I want y'all to see this. Y'all gotta really pay attention. They did this this was 3 years ago. 3 years ago. This man ain't lying. Somebody has been really sexually harassing him. You could tell. He been talking about it, but he's just finally coming out with it because he said that it was other people that came out with it. He said Cassie. Cassie made him feel comfortable, which I couldn't understand. Because I feel like some of the people he was dealing with had something to do with Diddy. I just poured some more tea on y'all head. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe. Quan gonna get to the tea. Y'all know me. We gonna get to the facts. We gonna get down to the nitty gritty. But he was already talking about it back then. Look. Let's continue.
Wow, that's so...
And some bullshit.
That's so tacky, though.
So yeah, I had to say something, and I was still classy about it. I didn't use no disrespectful rhetoric. Exactly. You want to fight now? I feel you. You want to fight right now.
To include you, okay. First of all, I know you, and you are a classy guy. And the fact that you don't have any of these thotty pictures out there, and there's really nothing out there about you. There really isn't. Like, you pretty much, it's your work, and that's it.
Yeah.
So the fact that someone felt comfortable, and then bringing your son into it,
to say something that trifling, that's what pushed me over the edge. And all the video said was this. It said, "Listen, I salute you if you live your truth. I respect you for being that courageous. I'm living mine. If I can respect yours and not disrespect yours, if I can take my son down and we march for women's rights, so women don't have to deal with sexual harassment, women don't have to deal with dick pics and inappropriate. Y'all shouldn't have to deal with that. That's not okay. And I go march with my son, but if I put out a video with no homophobic slurs, no disrespect, no profanity, just saying, fellas, if I can respect your truth, please respect mine. No more overly sexual comments, no more vulgar comments, no penis pictures in the DM. Is that too much to ask? That's exactly what the video said verbatim, and I caught hell from a few people, but most of the LGBT community that hit me up was like, yo, you were right on point.
Here's the thing. I feel like there's a few segments of our population that we're just not allowed to say anything about, even when they're wrong. And I'm going to go ahead and say it, and sometimes the LGBT community gets a little carried away. I understand they were very, very, very much disrespected as a community. Right. So there's a need to overcompensate sometimes, but I still think you still have to be respectful to people. And just because you live your truth doesn't mean you have to put that on everybody. Right. I don't think that's right, and I feel like that's wrong that they accuse you of being homophobic. And why we have to put these disclaimers out? Yeah. I have friends. These are my people. Why do we have to say all that? Why can't we simply say, don't come at me like that? Yeah. Just like I don't want a man to be up in my DMs, you know, being all flagrant with me, or a woman. Yeah. Really, we shouldn't have to deal with that from anyone if it's not invited or asked for. Exactly. Right, and you should be able to respectfully enunciate that. You should be able to say that respectfully and it not be a big deal. Unfortunately, it was. And it's like, I'm not going to apologize or be shamed into the corner for doing the same thing that I marched with my son so women can have the right for. And if you truly want equal rights and not superior rights, you're going to have to understand that. You have to understand that, right? Like, that's not like, you don't get a special pass because you're gay. Because you're gay, you don't get to be extra disrespectful. No. You don't get to call me a bitch like my homegirls don't get to call me a bitch. I don't play that either. And I feel like we've lost kind of sense of like class sometimes, and just be like, no, you don't get a pass for that. And I didn't know that they did that to your son. Yeah. I'm mad now. Yeah. And your son's had somebody done that, I can't finish the sentence on air, but had somebody done this in person and said that vile thing, I want to have a threesome with you and your son, somebody got to come bail me out. Yeah. And your son was a minor. Yeah. So that's why I put the video out. Like, you talking about my 14, 15-year-old son, you nasty mother. Right. Who does that? Motherfucker, nasty motherfucker. We can say it. Yeah. I'll say it. Let me be your dirty voice. Okay. You know what? I'm going to start it over and I'm going to point at you. You just said, you nasty motherfucker. Yes, thank you. Nasty motherfucker. Like, who brings kids into it? That was the main reason I put that thing out, because I'm a Papa Bear, and that's my cub. I grew up without my father, so if I do anything, I'm going to try not to disappoint God, disappoint my boy, and I'm going to protect my son. And you're not going to attach any of your, even if that's your truth, and it's wild as hell.
Meet Philo TV, the $25 a month way to bring friends and family
like how good of a dad you are. You call your son the sequel. Talk about being a single dad and why it was so important for you to like put your son. You definitely, it seems like you put your son first, and a lot of people put career first, and they'll get around to that later. They'll make up for lost time later. And you seem like in the middle of you becoming very hot, you really were really hands-on with your son.
Yeah, I missed episodes. I booked like a really cool 3-episode arc, and it could have been more with a really dope director. Great money, like this is early in the career, but probably maybe for the 3 episodes, more than $70K.
Damn.
And this is probably like 10.
So they did that 3 years ago. Now I'm about to show y'all the updated interview with him and Claudia 2 years ago. Then after that, I'm gonna show y'all another video. It's just something about Christian, like, I just had to do this video. I didn't want to do it because I don't like tapping onto everything, but I just had to because it's too close to me, to P. Diddy. But we gonna find out the facts, y'all. But he was the creator of all Queen's Men. That's my show, sure. Don't play with me. We are always gonna be connected.
My real people on here that I get to really celebrate and truly be. You've been on more than one show at one time. Like I feel like you're always on 2 or like you're always on like 2 shows or 3 at the same time. Like
I like that. I think there's a blessing in that because they'll be so far so different.
Oh shit, my bad, y'all. This is what I want to show y'all. Nick, his foster mom. Yeah, he suffered abuse. Look, this is what I just want y'all to hear. Yeah, thank you for everybody that's tuning in. Yeah. They messed up my internet last time. It was something else I wanted to show y'all too. It was one more video. Let me see. There's one more video I wanted to show y'all. Oh, this one. Did I already show y'all this one? No, wait. I showed y'all that one already. Let me show y'all. It was one more. Let me see. Dang, man. I always gotta go get my... Hold on. Alright, I'm gonna just cancel it. Go get my baby, because they always tripping. I can't never do nothing. It was something else I wanted to show y'all. I think I want to show y'all. Oh, look at this real quick.
Listen, if you want to become wealthy, you probably do not want to own and or invest in Bitcoin, meme stuff.
All right, guys. What's trending right now is trigger the crime. Can you release these items? You're saying it's not about money. You're saying you signed an NDA. Okay, so if you sign the NDA, go head over to the police station, figure out if this is a plausible cause for the NDA to be broken. Is this a crime? Can you release these audios? But sitting on the internet, gaslighting this because you're trending right now is triggering me. Because it's feeling a little cloudy. Because if you really want this, because you cracked it open. You're viral. Everyone's talking about it. It's cracked open. They're assuming that it's one man. You're playing these games. You're not fully clearing his name, but then you like and post. So we don't know who it is. And then you're in the comments. If I said who it is, it'll break your hearts. Well, that. My heart ain't going to be broke. I promise you it won't.
My heart ain't going to be broke either. Please tell us.
So, and two, it just, that frustrates because I feel like you're gaslighting me. Are you going to say it or are you not? Because now you're in the comments. That makes me feel like you're watching every YouTube video made about you. You're under every blog post about you instead of doing the work that you need to do to get the story out. Once you did that live, and if you are so serious about it, you don't have time to really be reading what the blogs are saying and writing comments. You're getting your legalities together because you're about to go ahead and break this thing open. But keep gaslighting the public of, telling us, like, keep playing games like, if I tell you, nigga, either you gonna tell us or you not. Because I don't get it. Because my whole thing is like, because now it's like, okay, well, why now? If it's not about the money, the statute of limitations is over. Why crack it open for us to assume just for you to not fully tell it? And you're going to tell it eventually, but then you in a comment, like, what do you want? Because it makes me feel like, okay, so did a deal go wrong? Did a contract expire and not get renewed? Was there an argument over the telephone and you felt like, you know what? If I don't get what I want, I'm going to go and expose you. Now, even though the statute of limitations is gone, I'm going to put a damper on your career. Like, what do you want out of this? Because I feel like it's more than just you were uncomfortable by gay men. Yeah, I feel like you don't like the gay stuff. I feel like you got uncomfortable, but I feel like you went along to get along for a little bit. No tea. And at some point, it wasn't, it stopped. Because to me, if you really truly were like feeling some type of way about this, there's no way you're in the comments gaslighting and liking tweets. Spit it out. Or don't say nothing until you can talk about it again.
See, y'all, I can't play everybody's video. That's what I was talking about. I agree. Watch Fucky the Diva, y'all. Fucky the Diva go get on his head. This shit funny. Can't play it all, but play a little bit. Subscribe and go to her page.
I got a time frame to get this album done.
Kiki takes on too much.
Again, I'm not trying to be mean or rude. I'm just saying what was going through my mind when I instantly looked at it. So I'm just looking at it and I'm like, Negro, please get to the point. It don't take 40 minutes for you to explain all of what was going on. And then I began to side-eye the situation, right? Because I'm just like, how convenient is this? You know what I'm saying? Now, some people would argue that Cassie and the Diddy situation paved the way for people to feel more comfortable to come out with sexual assault claims against the Hollywood elite. And, after Cassie doing so, Christian may have been emboldened or empowered to do so. But in the back of my mind, I honestly was feeling like, he saw the check that Cassie got. Now he want to get his. That's honestly how I felt. And I'm going to explain to you why. We're learning that men can be sexually assaulted, men can be raped, and the impact of those can affect them just as harshly as the impacts of sexual assault and rape can affect women sometimes. But when it comes to sexual harassment, I'm not going to lie, there is a bit of a societal double standard that kind of leans in the favor of women. When a woman says it, now where I do take slight issue with Christian is that a lot of people are catching stray bullets right now. And you cannot tell somebody how to come out, tell somebody how to tell their story, tell somebody how to feel. But I do believe, especially as people who are in influential positions such as actors, entertainers, and athletes, that you do carry a certain level of social responsibility. And then too, when you recognize that the Hollywood elite amongst the blacks is very few, Christian, you see social media.
So Acorns is a financial tech company. So I bought gifts today with my new.
You see the responses and you see all the names that people are calling out. I think that it's imperative that if you're not going to say who it is, that you say who it is not. All right. And yeah, there's an argument to be made that in saying who it is not, that's going to directly pinpoint who it is. Oh well, truth be
And that's exactly what I wanted y'all to hear. Now we're going to end this. Y'all could go ahead and go look at fucking Deneva. I can't play all they shit because they going to cut me off. They going to cut a girl off. But anyways, y'all, like, share, subscribe. Please rewind this video. For real, for real. I wanted you to hear these two men because they really make sense. And that's how I feel also. But at the same time, he's not lying. But at the same time, tell us who it's not. Tell us who it ain't. So we can at least continue to put the pieces together. Because right now we missing a whole border. We got to build the border real quick before we start putting the puzzle together. And that's just ridiculous. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll be back.